Illinois is seen as one of the most progressive states in the U.S. in regard to LGBTQIA plus rights, and often viewed as one of the most liberal states in the Midwestern United States. Let's talk history. 1795. Illinois, as part of the Northwest Territory, inherited the English buggery law, which punished sodomy with death. In 1819, after statehood, it enacted its own statute, which outlawed sodomy with 1 to 5 years imprisonment, a fine of $100 to $500, and between 100 to 500 lashes. The first reported sodomy case occurred in 1897 in Hanselman versus People, where the Supreme Court of Illinois ruled that oral, whether heterosexual or homosexual, was a violation of the sodomy law, the first such case in the United States. In 1913, in People versus Smith, the court held that oral was not a crime against nature, stating that without a male sexual organ, there would be no sodomy. 1961, Illinois enacted a new state law code that became effective in 1962 and eliminated the state's sodomy laws. It was the first state to eliminate its sodomy laws and established an age of consent of 18. Sodomy was not legalized, but actually de facto decriminalized because of the Criminal Code of 1961, made it a crime to commit a lewd fondling or caress of the body of another person of the same sex in a public place. 1963, the General Assembly passed a new law that changed the words the same sex to either sex. In 1984, the lewd, fondling, or caress law was repealed. Let's talk about same-sex marriage. October 20th, 1975, Nancy Davis and Toby Schneider requested a marriage license in Cook County. The Marriage Bureau refused, and the couple later staged a sit-in and hunger strike twice. By the summer of 1976, the couple had spent more than 120 days in jail. They were sentenced to a year in prison, but only served 6 months. February 14th, 1990, Buddy Bell and Dale Fecker, they applied for and were denied a marriage license in Cook County. They filed a complaint with the Illinois Department of Human Rights, alleging that the state discriminated on the basis of sex because it refused to allow same-sex marriages. The couple, along with others, protested and were arrested. The Cook County State Attorney indicated it was not going to prosecute, and the judge had the arrests stricken. In 1996, because Hawaii seemed poised to legalize same-sex marriage, which we already know that Hawaii would eventually legalize same-sex marriage, the Illinois Marriage and Dissolution of Marriage Act was amended to prohibit marriage between two individuals of the same sex and state that marriage between two individuals of the same sex is contrary to the public policy of this state. It was repealed in 2014. November 30th, 2010, the Illinois legislature passed a bill that aimed to make the creation, benefits, and dissolution of civil unions essentially identical to marriage. November 2013, Illinois House of Representatives passed the Religious Freedom and Marriage Fairness Act. The act legalized same-sex marriage in the state. It also maintained the state's civil union law and allowed for the voluntary conversion of civil unions into marriage. The act also included provisions to protect religious organizations and individuals who held beliefs that were inconsistent with same-sex marriage. Illinois statutes now read, a marriage between two persons licensed, solemnized, and registered as provided in this act is valid in this state. April 2016. More than 9,200 same-sex couples had received marriage licenses in Cook County from 2014, with projections that the number of marriage licenses issued to same-sex couples would reach over 10,000 by the summer of 2016. The 10,000th same-sex marriage license in Cook County was issued April 31st, 2016. In 2014, same-sex marriages accounted for approximately 17% of the total number of marriages performed in Cook County, though this dropped to 7% in 2015. From 2014 to April 18, 2016, Lake County issued a total of 382 marriage licenses to same-sex couples, while Kane County issued 360 licenses. The 2020 U.S. Census showed that there were 22,791 married same-sex couple households, 11,471 male, 11,320 female, and 17,893 unmarried same-sex couple households in Illinois. Let's talk adoption and parenting rights. The state of Illinois permits adoptions by gay individuals or partners, including second parent adoptions. Okay. May 2021, the Illinois General Assembly passed a bill to repeal the 1973 Illinois infertility laws that did not cover same-sex couples. Now, lesbian couples have access to in vitro fertilization. Illinois is officially an IVF services sanctuary state. State law recognizes the non-genetic, non-gestational mother as a legal parent to a child born via donor insemination.